Good afternoon. Steve. Excuse me, of 2025. And the payroll week ending November the 30th of 2025, which was for $469,720.43. Also, the payroll week ending December the 7th of 2025, which was for $183,061.53. Accounts payable voucher register, the pay requests, which are found in Appendix A, the sewer acceptance for maintenance, the approval of the 2026 board meeting schedule, the Evansville Water and Sewer Utility Flash Report through October of 2025, and the assignment of the recycling contract from Tri-State to ACES. Recycling. And then the self-insurance addendum to master equity lease agreement, the surplus large camera for pipe inspection being requested by Justin Gutling. Approve the NDOT highway utility work and contract agreement with Indiana Department of Transportation NDOT for the 12-inch water main relocation south of the intersection of State Road 66 and Cross Point Boulevard as part of their Lloyd for You contract R44898 project. Approve amended and restated water and electric utility easement between Evansville Water and Sewer Utility and the CenterPoint Energy as a part of the Stallings Booster Station project. Approve the right of entry service line investigation and replacement and authorization signatures for U1240. Approval of the right of entry service line replacement and authorized signatures for U1240. This being the consent agenda, I would entertain a motion for approval. I have a motion, a second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. I vote aye and the motion carried. We'll now go to new business and we have a bid and we're going to open bids for the Bergdorf Road and Oak Hill Road sanitary sewer replacement. It's being recommended by Mitch Ferguson and Ryan Marr. Good afternoon, Mitch.
Good afternoon, Mr. President, members of the board. So this project is a sanitary sewer replacement that will replace approximately 430 linear feet of 8-inch sewer main at the intersection of Oak Hill and Bergdorf Road. So this time I'd like to open bids. If it's okay with you guys.
Okay, we've already got started on it, so if you'll just hold up, we'll be ready here in a minute.
Yes, sir. No rush.
There is no rush. I guess you could tell us about the hole down there. Have they got down and are they making changes then off the road over there on the easement then now?
Yeah, so we're working on beginning excavation for the next phase of installing the new diversion structure between our system and K5 pump station, and working to open another lane northbound.
Northbound?
Sir.
Okay. All right. So then they're driving piling for that and protection the same as they did the other one, or we have to do that again?
Yes, sir, we do. They've already completed that installation of the piling. But we should begin excavating soon.
You ready now?
Yes,
I
sir.
am. The first one I have is Blankenberger Brothers. pull out the wrong part. Here's what I want. Okay, we have here Blankenberger Brothers Inc. and their bid is $361,774. The next bid that I have in front of me is Dyke Brothers Lumber and Construction Company Incorporated. Their bid is $272,220. The next one that I have is Infrastructure Systems, Inc., and it's for $448,760. Next on my here is Coberstein Contracting, Inc., and their bid was $399,967.
Did you say 399,000?
It was $399,967.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My next one is Rago Inc., and it's for $449,623. That is the total of the bids that we have.
Thank you. We'd like to take these bids under advisement and return later for a award recommendation.
Okay. I would entertain a motion that we table these bids for the present time.
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign. Vote aye also.
Thank you.
The next is new business for the Water General Fund. And the first item is to approve of amendment number 1 in the amount of $475,560 to America Structure Point, Inc. for the Lloyd for You water relocation, SESRPRU 1234. And this is being recommended by Ryan Maher and Sean Wright. Amended not to exceed agreement amount of $1,205,641.
Thank you. Good afternoon to the board. I'm seeking your approval today for this amendment number 1 to the professional service agreement with American Structure Point. This is necessary to retain them for the extension of their services to cover the full duration of the 8 prior assignments from the February 20th, 2024 agreement. These are all specific water relocations associated with all 3 contracts of the overall Lloyd for You road improvement project. Primarily, the increase on this is a function of the timing of when we had to enter the agreement. We had to act relatively quickly. We had limited information. One of the 8 assignments, we actually knew what the construction phase cost was. So due to that timing, we had to rely heavily upon planning level or design level estimates for determining what construction costs we were basing our fee on. So typically we would base on that construction cost, it would be around an 8% fee that we apply to it. So this effectively increase captures all of the actual costs that we know at this time, whether it's through completed work and change orders or through active projects that are still progressing. So we have five of the assignments are fully completed on this scope. There are still 3 of them that are in active status, whether it be in construction closeout, bidding, or administrative closeout, or active construction. So the most significant one is project U1216 on the west side associated with contract 3, which is actively or NDOT actively under bidding. We're active in construction right now, so there's still going to be some variability expected. I don't know whether this will be the final amendment is what I'm proposing here, but it's still overall this total increase, even though it's significant, it aligns with the relative 8% percentage here. So it's 8.15% total, or the total value of all the projects. So our desire by doing this is to maintain that continuous and consistent representation on site and consistent management of our work till task completion. So with that, I do recommend approval of this amendment 1, and I'll entertain any other questions you might have.
Do we have any questions for Ryan? Seeing none, then I would entertain a motion to approve of amendment number 1 in the amount of $475,560 to America Structure Point for the Lloyd for You Water Relocation CES/RPR, which is known as U1234.
So moved. Second.
A motion is second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. I vote aye. The motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay, next would be to approve a new professional service agreement in the amount of $120,000 to HNTPB Corporation for the Water Model Updates Project. This is being recommended by Ryan Meyer and Sean Wright. You're up again.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Seeking your approval of this new engineering services agreement with HNTB. This will engage them to complete a conversion of our existing water distribution system model in a different software platform. So effectively from Water Gems to InfoWater Pro, that aligns with that platform aligns with other products that we have, similar software that we utilize across the utility. They also will be calibrating that model after conversion to include the latest data from our consumption records and SCADA. And then it will also have a task in here to provide training to select EWSU staff so we can complete some basic tasks inside of the model, develop runs just to answer some smaller scale type of efforts of us engaging them. So the goal on that is for them to train us so that we don't have to engage them as much as we rely on them now on an on-call basis. So effectively, that is it. That master model will continue to be owned and maintained by H&TB. They'll have to have some periodic calibrations and updates that will just have to happen through future agreements. And they were responsible for developing our original water model. They've been working in this role for nearly 30 years with our models. I do recommend approval of this agreement for those specific tasks, and I'll entertain any other questions you might have.
Will we be the owners of the program or will professional services?
Yeah, yes and yes.
Okay.
So the way it's structured is that the actual master will be housed by HNTV. We will also have a copy of that we will use daily to develop and work and plan around. So that we always have a master that just in case by chance I have heavy fingers and mess it up or something, we have something to always go back to. It's controlled by our professionals.
Okay.
But the goal being is to have this in-house. So as we're looking at future developments,
We can immediately just bring it up ourselves and get our answers in.
we can use it day-to-day planning for water lines, whatever we want to do.
So it's very typical to engage in any private development type of projects or even in capital projects when we're refining that scope as we get into detailed design development. We'll routinely engage them. So that just decreases the amount of reliance on them. We can start some of that.
Okay, good. Thank you. Are there any other questions or comments? Seeing none, then I would entertain a motion to approve of a new professional service agreement in the amount of $120,000 to HNTB Corporation for the Water Model Updates Project.
I'll make that motion.
Second. Motion is second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And I vote aye, and the motion carries.
Thank you.
Our next item is to approve a new professional service agreement in the amount of in the amount of $32,778 for 3I Engineering for the Epworth Road DES 2002539 water relocation project. This is being recommended by Jennifer Kane and Ryan Meyer. Hi, Jennifer.
Well, hi, good afternoon to the board. I'm seeking approval of amendment number 4 to engage 3I Engineering for the design of their next project assignment. The original agreement of $0 was approved on July 11th, 2023, and it established them as one of 4 on-call water designers. This project is one of the unplanned road relocation projects identified through our utility coordination with NDOT. The project is located in Warwick County, and it affects the intersections of Epworth Road and Outer Lincoln Avenue and Epworth Road and Tecumseh Drive. The planned roadway and drainage improvements by Warwick County is the main driver behind the water relocation project. It will install approximately 140 linear foot of 16-inch water main and approximately 260 linear feet of 8-inch water main. And with that, I recommend approval for amendment number 4 to 3I Engineering in the amount stated.
Are there any questions or comments? This will be something else to look forward to in the future for us on the east side.
Yeah.
This intersection being tore up. Okay, seeing no comments, I would entertain a motion to approve a new professional service agreement in the amount of $32,778 to 3I Engineering for the Epworth Road DES 2002539 water relocation project.
So moved. Second.
Have a motion and a second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the same sign. I vote aye, and the motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next would be to approve a new professional service agreement in the amount of $66,310 to Clark Dietz, Inc. for the Morgan Avenue and Bakey Road water main replacement project recommended by Jennifer Kane and Ryan Meyer. Tell me all about this one.
I'm seeking approval of amendment number 6 to engage Clark Dietz for design on their next project assignment. Their original agreement of $0 was approved on July 11th, 2023, and it established them as one of 4 on-call water designers. This project is another unplanned road relocation project identified through our utility coordination with NDOT. This project affects Bakey Road from the north side of Morgan Avenue south to Eichel. The planned intersection and drainage improvements by NDOT are the main driver behind the relocation of these water mains. It will install approximately 500 linear foot of 12-inch water main and approximately 60 linear feet of 60 linear feet of 6-inch water main. And that does include a jack and bore under Morgan Avenue. And with that, I recommend approval of amendment number 6 to Clark Dietz in the amount stated.
So basically, you're shutting down the east side. Are there any questions or comments for Jennifer?
Hey, Jack and Moore under Morgan Avenue.
That's correct.
No others then? I would entertain a motion to approve of a new professional service agreement in the amount of $66,310 to Clark Dietz, Inc. for the Morgan Avenue and Bakey Road water main replacement project.
So moved.
Second. I have a motion and second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. I vote aye, and the motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. So you want to shut another road down?
Hope not.
So our next item is with the 2024 Water SRF, and it's to approve amendment number 3 to the existing professional service agreement with Black and Beach Corporation for the Phase 2 Water Plant Design Project U1230. This is being recommended by Logan Goof and Ryan Meyer. Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon. So this amendment number 3 to Black and Beach, provides engineering services during the construction phase of the water treatment plant improvement projects. Services performed by Black and Beach during the construction phase shall generally include responding to contractor requests for information, reviewing shop drawings and submittals, and providing on-site inspection support services. This amendment 3 covers all 3 of the upcoming improvement projects to the existing surface water plant. We've got 3 bid packages on the horizon. So this amendment covers the construction phase services for all 3 of those. So this time I would recommend it for approval. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Hey, do we generally get an amount?
What's that?
Do we generally get an amount?
Yes, I'm sorry. This amendment is for $1,461,660.
You got ahead of me, 1,400,000.
$1,461,660.
Do we have any questions or comments for Logan?
3 upcoming projects that are going to be bid.
Correct. Yeah. Bid package 3 has already been bid and the board approved to award to Bowen at a previous board meeting. We got 2 more upcoming.
No other comments, then I would entertain a motion to approve amendment number 3 to the existing professional service agreement with Black and Beach Corporation for the Phase 2 Water Plant Design Project U1230.
So move.
Second. I have a motion and a second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. I vote aye. The motion carries. Now going to new business of the 2022A water bond, and it's to approve a new professional service agreement in the amount of $3,393,000 to Clark Beach for the Phase 2 Water Plant Design Project, recommended by Logan Goop and Ryan Meyer.
Thank you again. So Clark Dietz is serving in a similar and complementary role to Black and Beach in the amendment that we just approved. This new agreement covers all 3 of the upcoming water treatment plant improvement projects at the existing surface water plant. Clark Dietz's role will be the construction engineering services and resident project representative. That's the CES RPR moniker that we use. A complementary role, we use Black and Beach as the designer of record, so they will review RFIs and shop drawings and submittals. Clark Dietz will serve as the actual construction representative that acts on the utility's behalf to administer the construction contract to serve as the on-site inspector and representative. And so Clark Dietz will work hand in hand with Black and Beach throughout the construction-based services of all 3 of the upcoming bid packages. This agreement, the 3 bid packages timeline is expected to be between 30 and 36 months. And so this new agreement covers Clark Dietz's anticipated services throughout the construction duration. So at this point, I recommend it for approval, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Okay. Do we have any questions or comments for Logan?
So this agreement is for the first 3 bid packages?
Correct. Yeah, the 3 upcoming bid packages at the existing plant. Bid package number 3 having just been awarded. Bid packages 1 and 2 are anticipated in Q1, early Q2.
Is there a percentage that normally is in line with the?
Yeah, as Ryan mentioned, generally on the 8 to 10% side for construction phase engineering services, for linear type projects, for facilities type projects, that general percentage is typically a little bit higher, on the order of 10 to 12%. We're looking at about 12.75% based on the engineer's estimate.
That was my question. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments?
Will they have a rep on site during the construction at all times?
Yeah, that's the RPR portion of their
Okay.
services.
Seeing no other questions or comments, then I would entertain a motion to approve a new professional service agreement in the amount of $3,393,000 to Clark Beach for the Phase 2 water plant design project.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. I vote aye. The motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next item on the agenda is the 2024 utility audit review by Keith Penny. And we'll just let you go into your next phase then, which would be to the 2024 financial review by Keith Penny.
Yes,
That'd be 2 items.
I've actually got a third one too.
Well, I haven't approved that one. Blessed it. Go for it.
Yeah,
Please.
President Highborn, members of the board. So this first one for the audit review, I figured with the holiday break coming up, might want some good reading material. It's 180 pages. This is our full report for the audit for 2024 that was just completed. It's the final, but it's still draft. We're waiting for State Board of Accounts to put their final signature on it, but they were present there in the exit meeting, so they're aware. So it should be just a matter of time before that happens. There are only two things really on the report that applied to the utility as far as like findings and whatnot. One of them was a classification of investments. They wanted to reclassify about $13 million of the funds from unrestricted to restricted. It didn't have any impact on our total net position, but they wanted to make that change. It's the way we'd always been reporting it, but for some reason they wanted to move it this year. So we did. And then the other one was a variance between our cash and cash equivalents on the financials compared to a reconciliation sheet that we provide them. There's a $2 million difference, but the $2 million difference was a wire that we sent for the 2024 water bond in December of last year for the closing of that to fund the debt service reserve. So there was a timing issue between when the wire went through and when Munis accounted for it in our general ledgers. So it carried over into a different category, and they made note of it, but it still didn't have any impact on our total net position. Overall, it was a good audit. If you've not read through these audit reports, this one for the utility, when you look on there, you're going to see there's a government wide and then other business-like activities. The city of Evansville, ours is combined with them. So the city of Evansville falls under government activities and utility falls under the business-like activities when you're looking through the financial numbers. So, and that's all I have on that. And then on the next one, we figured we would present to you with the financials. It's not something we've really done in common in the past. So I wanted to give you an update. So 2024, this is combined utility, so water and sewer together. Our total net position for 2024 was $512 million. This was an increase of $42.9 million over 2023. We had strong operating incomes. Investments are still getting good returns, and capital contributions are helping us tremendously on that. Our total assets, or capital assets, I'm sorry, increased to $991 million. This is an increase of $46.5 million over the previous year. So it shows our commitment to improving our system and overall. Our liabilities, we had a decrease. Our total liabilities was $785 million. This was a decrease of 43.6, mainly due to making our bond payments. We're getting our debt paid down. So that's a good thing. On our operating performance, revenues, total revenues come in at $155.95 million for 2024. This is a $3.1 million increase over the previous year. A lot of that was driven by residential, commercial, and fire protection charges. Our operating expenses for 2024 was $100 million. So it was up $1.8 million. But if you take out depreciation, our operating expenses actually decreased 0.05%. So overall, we had strong controls on expenses last year to end up with a decrease overall. So we're proud of that. The investment income, as I mentioned earlier, in 2024, investment income was $15.4 million. Like I said, so we're still getting strong returns from the markets. Our cash position for 2024, we ended up at 192 million. This was an increase of 8.8 over the previous year. A lot of this was improved liquidity despite our capital spending and our debt service that we had to fund. So that's overall combined. That's where we're at. Some key takeaways from the water is our net position grew 23.8 million. This was an increase of 12.7%. Looks at higher revenues and reduced liabilities help with that. Our capital investment assets increased 24.9 million in water last year. Our debt reduction decreased by 13.6 million. Our liquidity was up to 12.9 million, increased by 12.9 million. And our revenue growth outpaced our operational expenses. So it was a good year for water. Some key takeaways on sewer is our net position grew 17.85 million, despite having flat revenues, because we've not had a revenue or a rate increase in sewer for over 5 years now. Revenues were flat. And the expenses were higher mainly because of depreciation. You take depreciation out, we had a decrease of 1.4% on the sewer side. Capital investment on sewer, we added 21.6 million in assets. Our debt reduction, we paid down 28.8 million worth of debt. Our cash decreased overall 4.1 on the sewer side, but that was due to capital investments. So, and then our non-operating gains helped, our investments. That also helped us with cushioning the overall expenses. So overall, though, it was a good year on the sewer side of it. That's all I have for that. There are several attachments in there. I provided the breakdown of the combined water and sewer, so you have all those access to those in your account. They want to print them. It's a lot of pages, but that's for you to review. And if you have any questions, down the road, feel free to let me know. So.
Then, so the other, we have one more item then, or at least one more, is to approve the repeal and reappropriation of funds for the water utility. You want to go through those, Keith?
I would, but for some reason it's
Not where it's supposed to be.
it's not coming in.
Mine's not opening either.
What's that?
Mine won't open either.
It won't
It will open.
I know the total was $660,000.
This ought to be good. Okay.
We're not asking for new monies. All right, we are, oh yeah, not touchscreen. So like I said, we are not asking for new funds. We were just asking to reappropriate. So we're looking at water operations support. We're asking for additional 45,000 for regular salaries, 10,000 for the Social Security, and 20,000 for the PERF that goes along with it. We are asking on IT for additional 175,000 for staffing, and then the 25,000 for PERF and 25,000 for health insurance to go with that. Big part of that is because of the separation from ANCS and us bringing on our own IT staff. Water distribution plant, we had $75,000 in overtime, 25,000 Social Security, 50,000 in PERF, and 55,000 in health insurance, and then 95,000 in regular spending. And water planning contractual services, we had a $50,000. We're asking for additional $50,000. And then the water filter plant, we're asking for an additional 15,000 for chemicals. And like I said, all these are being taken from other buckets in those budgets. So we're not asking for the money, so just reallocating to close out the year. So.
You got anything else then?
That is all.
Okay. So then what I would entertain would be to entertain a motion to approve the repeal and reappropriation of funds for the water utility. So moved.
Second.
Okay. I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. I vote aye and the motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Do any of the board members have anything they'd like to bring before this meeting? Okay. Vic, do you have anything you'd like to expound us with?
Yeah, I do. This is our last meeting of the year, and I think it's important to think about everything that we've all accomplished together this year. I would like to, on my own behalf, I'd like to thank all the employees of the utility for their dedication and spirit this year. We've gotten a lot done. We've dealt with some very unique special circumstances that I don't need to explain in any detail at this point, but it has been a challenging year for us all. And I'm constantly moved by the efforts that everyone puts forward every day. We're definitely moving this utility forward. And I appreciate everyone's efforts here. And I'm sure I'm speaking for all the directors when I say that. I'd also like to wish everyone happy holidays, whichever holidays you observe, and a happy new year as we move into the new year. And on behalf of all the staff, I'd like to thank our board for all your efforts this year and your consideration for everything we've been doing. So it's been a productive year and a challenging year, but we've gotten through it very successfully. And as Keith said, financially, we're in a really strong place, and we're primed for a big year in 2026. So thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that has any comments? Anyone in the audience? Anything they want to bring anything forward? Okay. The board also want to thank all of you for the fine job you're doing also. Thank you. And we're pleased with all that's being done. So very well. Thank you. And I guess the other thing then is the board also wants to express a happy holiday to all of you this time of the year also. And with that then, our next scheduled meeting is January the 13th of 2026. It'll be at 3 p.m. It'll be here at the pump. And with that, then I would entertain a motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Oh, same sign. I vote aye. Then the motion carries. So we are adjourned. Thank you very much for your time this afternoon.